world is too fucking stupid to put on a goddamn fucking face mask and figure this out. Now, there's good people in this world, there's strong people in this world, and if they find a cure, we better hope for one. Okay? As far as New York is concerned, in about 40 days or so, it's going to be a war zone. And I'm going to still have to produce jewelry. I'm going to still figure this out. What do I expect to happen? Somewhere, something in the middle. I'm watching them. I'm waiting for them to come through with the face masks. I hope they do it in the next week or so. I'm waiting to see how they're going to take care of the people. So far, they've been fucking the people over. They're fighting on the House floor for the Green New Deal or some shit like that. When this virus, you remember this, man. You better fucking, if you're watching this still and you don't figure this out, I'm going to be pissed. I don't give a fuck who you are. All right? When these people, right, when this virus was raging through Wuhan and I was watching them seal people in their buildings, okay? And these fucking people were doing impeachment and all this other shit. Ukrainian aid. How's that Ukrainian aid? How's that Ukrainian aid right now that the president was holding back? They're fucking you over. The media is fucking you over. The Democrats are fucking you over. The Republicans are fucking you over. Your next door neighbor's fucking you over, right? The problem is all these problems have solutions, but you got to be a decent human being to find them. There's not a lot of people like that. Everyone's worried about the wrong shit. The wrong shit. And the good people are going to have to band together, going to have to figure this out. The worst case scenario, I'm going to go on. Mutations, 8 different versions, 10 different versions, 30 different versions of the virus. Never stops. Beats the shit out of everybody. And there's one secret sauce with this virus that these motherfuckers are not going to tell you. Or they're not telling you this. It's the viral load. Right? Kevin Durant got the virus. No one coughed in Kevin Durant's face. Because if they did, he would have a bigger problem than he had. If you touch something and you get 10, 20 different viri and they fucking make it to your lungs and they start reproducing in there, you're going to have 20 in 4 hours. I'm estimating these numbers. You're going to have 40, then 80. Your immune system catches up to it, right? By the time it's in the thousands, your immune system knows it's there and it catches up. If someone coughs in your face and you got 500,000 and 4 hours later, you've got 1 million viruses replicating, and then in 2 million, 3 million, forget about 3 million, it goes 2 million to 4, you're going to be dead. It's going to overwhelm your immune system. That's what's happening with this. They don't know. This young kid's on a ventilator. This one's surviving. Someone who's 100 years old in China, they're telling you survive. Then you think, oh, it's not that bad. Then you fucking hear about somebody who's 20 years old is dead. Then you're like, what the fuck? It's the viral load. If you get a larger viral load initially, you're in serious trouble. Once that viral load is going to be higher in buildings, those people are going to have not a 1% chance of death, but a 10% chance of death. Go have these doctors explain that shit to you. They have to wait until the study publishes somewhere to fucking tell you that might even be the case. Makes sense, right? You get 10 viruses, your immune system catches up. You get 100,000, I think you're going to have a problem, all right? So once this virus gets deeper and deeper and deeper, then it starts to have a sick grasp where people are coughing and buildings have high viral loads and people are ingesting that load. They can't escape it. They start dying. Their immune system starts fighting. Again, that's all worst case scenario. Remember, best case scenario, it's going to be light. It's going to get the herd immunity. There's not going to be any mutations. Not going to be any reinfections. You're not going to lose 10% of your lung capacity, then 20, then 50, then 80. That's the worst case scenario, okay? The best case scenario is going to be light. Seniors stay home. Everyone wears, some sort of protective gear, and by summertime we're good. That's also a possibility, but you have to see both ways, right? People tell me, yo, you're fear-mongering this. I got to prepare myself, man. What the fuck? You think I'm going to just sit there and wait for this shit to slap me in the face and find out that my mom has got this and this, my dad's got that, and this is going on? I'm not going to do that. You do that. You sit there and put your fucking head in the sand and pretend none of this is happening. I'm not going to do that shit. Fuck that. I'm going to prepare myself for the worst case scenario. Absolute collapse of global economies. They're going to bail out the wrong people, overprint the currencies, deflation and hyperinflation, back to the gold standard. That'll be a doozy if that fucking goes down. That'll be a real shocker. I'm going to look like a fucking, like an oracle if that goes down. I'll tell you that much. I don't even want that shit to go. I want to go back to work. I want to run my business. I want to talk about custom jewelry. I'm going to be doing that on the channel. I'm going to be going back to work, and you're going to see me making sure that I'm manufacturing and getting this shit together. Protective gear, coming back into the office, manufacturing my jewelry, preparing myself from the worst case scenario. This is just the beginning of this virus. 6,000 people dead in Italy. They're battling the shit out of this fucking virus over there. Okay? They're locking it down. How long is their economy going to survive? I don't know. Not that long. There's going to be turmoil. Supply chains destroyed. Supply chains are fucked. All over the place. Production, this, that. All of the mistakes. You know, I mean, people see this. If you're not religious, and some people are religious, they see this almost as like some biblical plague. In a lot of ways it is. Because it puts money up against health. Life and death. And poor and rich. And this shake-up is something strange to it, I gotta be honest with you. The way it just erupted and the world didn't care, and it's seeded in every city, and cities are battling it, and this and that, and it's whether population control or it's this or it's that. It's a beast. It's a beast of a virus. Okay? And if it's not killing you and all that viral load shit, then it's crippling the economy and supermassive unemployment, and you're gonna see the face of greed and nastiness. It's going to reveal itself even more, okay? Because I know a lot of you are lost on that sense. You don't see it. You fucking kiss ass. You know the who's the lit? He's litty, diddy, but all this other shit, right? And it's not. I'm not talking to some sort of a community or certain people. It's everybody. Whether it's they're kissing ass of some celebrity or it's the Queen of England and what is she wearing? What's their hat? And this. No dignity. And you're going to, because of that, you're going to see the face of it all. Right? The face of greed, because when the shit starts to shrink and there's not enough for everybody, they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to take 3 pizza pies, you take this crust. Because they don't give a fuck about you. Alright? That is going to be a nasty, nasty thing. Restaurants, this, that, second and the third, every fucking thing is going upside down, inside out. We're right at the beginning. New York City, 40 days from now, okay, I estimate, is going to be a real dark day in this city. Real dark. When people realize that Cuomo, that are building hospitals at the Jacob Javits Center, they don't give a fuck about businesses. They give a fuck about your rent. They give a fuck about what you have or whether you have a mask or not. They're lying and they're telling you bullshit. They've always been doing that. Treating you and using money to make you essentially a slave. Working and saving and this and that, economy, working, more hours. You know, I'll never forget the most important thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I communicate it to you right now because now's the time to do it. It's a person called Harriet Tubman. I hope you know who she is. And what she said was so profound, I'll never forget it. I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Right? So you can imagine Harriet Tubman in the darkness trying to... I got a railroad, underground railroad, take you to freedom. I'm not a slave. I'm not a slave. And this happened to her 1,000 times, according to her own account, so to speak. It's happening here because half of you think you're this and think you're that and all this other shit. You don't got the truth before your eyes. You got this delusion going on, and you don't even know where you're at in this game. You think you're doing all this shit, but you're not. You're not as free as you think you are. Right? Because you can't stop working and you can't get off of this fucking treadmill. And now they're telling you to stay home, but there's the economy. And they don't give a fuck when you come out. You're going to realize that in a little bit. So, So worst case scenario, best case scenario, worst case scenario, best case scenario. I'm hoping for the best case scenario. That's a pipe dream, of course. You know, by August, we all take our face masks off and we're chilling and this and that. Hopefully there's somebody out there who's going to come out with a cure. Maybe that's going to happen now. It's going to be interesting. 3 months, 6 months, 45 days. Take my advice, right? Gloves. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. What? Okay, let's think about this. This is what they're telling you to do. Let's say the contagion's on here and on this mouse. I go and wash my hands, I come back and I touch it. I go and wash my hands again, come back, touch the same doorknob, touch the same light switch, touch all the dirty, filthy shit over and over and over again? Does that make any fucking sense at all? Going to wash your hands? You keep a spray bottle of alcohol, you keep your gloves on, sanitized. Sanitized. My hands are fucking sanitized, yo. Done. Sanitize. Touch my eyes, touch my nose, touch whatever I want. Sanitize. Keep the contagion in. This is the advice I'm giving you. Right? This is the truth. Not what the fuck Fauci and the CDC and these other cocksuckers say. They're lying. They don't know shit. When it comes to them, they're going to protect themselves. They're going to fuck you over. And you're going to fucking see that. And you're already feeling it too. You're going to fuck you over hard. Sitting there struggling. Now you don't know. Restaurant owners, successful restaurant owners. All right, lockdown, whatever it is. Say, listen, we're going to pay you. We're going to have to tax this or open reserves of that and do this and that. But they could easily do it. We're going to freeze your mortgage, freeze your rent, freeze the economy. They could easily do that shit. They don't give a fuck because it's going to hurt somebody's pocket that doesn't want their pockets hurt. So they'd rather fuck you over because you got nothing but a vote and you have a choice between a piece of shit over here or a piece of shit over there. That's where you're at. You've been fucked over and you fucked yourself over because you don't have the right beliefs and you haven't been doing the right thing. You don't respect dignity. And I experienced that personally, you know what I'm saying? Doing business, different hip-hop. It's either finesse or it's this or it's that or it's this or that. It's nothing. No real business, no dignity, no nothing. Celebrity shit, Balenciaga, some fucking dumb fucking either a model or a fucking cocksucker, Philip Plein and all this shit. And yo, bro, you don't got money, so what the fuck are you doing anyway with this shit? When I sell something, I always think about somebody's livelihood, some decency to them. I want to rob you and take your fucking money. Selling gold and jewelry, telling them what it is. Diamonds are for the rich. Gold is for the people investing, building. That shit was a waste of fucking time. About 3-4 people listen to that shit. The rest of you, fuck you. So listen, prepare yourself for the future. The worst case scenario and the best case scenario is what it is. I'm going to restart my production. I'm going to open up my company. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep you informed. And this is Trax News and Trax NYC. And, you know, if the economy collapses and gold adds a couple of zero to its value, I'm going to look real smart. So I don't know. I'll deal with it. Either or. Any case scenario. I'm a fucking rock out.